So, we are at formerly Graftism Gym. They've renamed it to Gritness because they've got a lot of grit and resilience.
Determination.
They want it bad enough. Yeah, why don't they just call it like, how do you expand upon determination?
Don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy. No, but like it's one word.
Determination.
Yeah. We've just done push, but obviously this is the intro to the video, and that is why we are eating our post-workout right now, because time inception shit, there's planes going overhead. Pretty banging session, mate. Obviously, it was upsetting. It was incredibly upsetting.
I'm simply bigger and better. If you're not stronger than your coach,
He's actually a shit coach.
get a different coach.
He's definitely a shit coach. I agree.
They just don't try hard. They don't try hard enough.
I wouldn't let him coach me either. Okay. Technological genius of the century checking in here. So basically what's happened here is that I decided that it would be a good idea to not check if the transceiver was turned on. So basically we are talking, we are chatting shit, we are having fun, but the microphone is not picking any of it up because the music here is so loud. But fortunately, in a moment, I will realise this before it comes to our second exercise, and you will have our gracious voices in your ears. So enjoy me absolutely burying Bailey on a chest press until then. Stop just loading everything in that length and range, okay? When you're on a prime machine like this, you've got the ability to adjust the profile, but you need to look at how fatigued you are as you go through the session. First exercise, it's still gonna be pretty easy. We're not gonna go all fully short loaded because it's disgustingly hard there. We want a nice congruent profile where it's hard at the bottom and it drops off as you go through. So by setting this on the mid-range, we're gonna get that. But if it was last exercise, then what I'd probably do is place it mid to lengthened or even fully lengthened loaded. So look at how fatigued you are in the session and how fatigued you are in the rep before you just make an arbitrary decision. Doesn't really matter how many reps we get here because we've fucked it already.
Yeah.
Doing the
we've ruined the session entirely.
prime press first.
We might as well go home.
We should have done.
Eat, come back later.
Should have just done this first and then the prime
And
press,
then everything.
and we would have built like literally twice the size.
I honestly,
From one session.
I feel skinny now. I've regressed in this session.
Could you just give me a hand on the first one, pulling it up a little bit?
Yep.
And then we should be right. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Sound.
Strong. Yeah, come on. Yeah. We get one more. Yeah.
That was dumb as fuck.
Regression.
Wrist wraps, extra stability.
Wrist wraps, you know.
All the muscle added.
I'm in the zone, all right? I've got some Adele pumping in these headphones, and I'm in the zone.
Bangers. Absolute bangers.
I don't have Adele.
Mate, if you don't listen to Adele, then you got problems.
If you listen to anything under like 160 BPM, no point having headphones on. And if anybody has ever listened to my type of music, understand what I'm on about.
Listen to what?
Anything under 160 BPM,
That's a lot.
that's a lot. It's good.
That's cardio, mate.
Yeah. I actually just listen to it when I go to bed.
I'm still incredibly impressed with myself not filming the whole first thing. Although this records.
You got the video for it?
Yeah, I've got the video for it, and this records audio independently.
So you have to.
So I
match it.
might be able to get it. I don't know. That sounds a bit too techie for me.
That's what Fiverr is for. You send your stuff to people on Fiverr.
How much does it cost though?
Fiverr.
No, it's not anymore.
No, it's not anymore.
It's like random shit.
People can chuck on there and be like, oh, 100 quid. And I'm like, not really the point of the website.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you know OnlyFans wasn't originally designed for like porn?
No.
No, it was just like a. Sorry, mate. It was just designed as like a fan thing.
Ah, they fucked that up.
Yeah.
Pardon.
That or
If
it's
you
all-
pardon the pun.
That or it's all a front.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that was funny. What we were saying earlier, how you died very quickly on that one. Like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
previous one was pretty much fine.
Yeah. The previous. Oh yeah. It's exactly the same across majority of my movements. Like even talking like extensions and curls for legs. I'll get to like 10, 12. I'm calm. The minute I hit 13, I'm going in the bin. I'm grafting out each rep. And it's like you have two options at that point. You can teabag it, try and grind it out for like a rep, or just give up.
I find with a leg extension, like it starts to hurt at 10 and
2, 1. Yep, there we go.
lovely. Nice and slow on the way down. Beautiful.
You're not trying to failure on every single set you do, including warm-ups. You are not building muscle.
You live and learn, eh?
Right?
3, 2, 1.
One more.
No. Second set here, so we're just going to adjust the cam onto 1. Get a little bit more of a drop off
Left a little bit.
in. There we go. I can't get it in, mate. It happens all the fucking time. My girlfriend's constantly complaining. My sense of humour is awful. Wow. So yeah, cam adjusted to 1. It's going to drop off a little bit more as we get further into the reps, so it's going to become easier to converge. And at this point in the session, we are piss fucking weak there, so we will take absolutely anything we can get.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm really fucking strong.
You're strong. I just posted on my story, mate. I'm going to make sure you get injured today because you're just about to overtake me strength-wise, and I can't have that because I'm too insecure.
It's the leverages. That's all it is. Just blame leverages. And
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Hobbit leverages. Every story I post, I get someone comment, "Oh, great spelling, Luke."
You could be colorblind.
It's
You might be
fucking shameful.
dyslexic, but
Did
at least
you
you're not autistic.
Did you see the one I did the other day? I was talking about helping Cameron through something, and instead of saying like in the check-in we'll talk through all the ways that we can fix this, I said all the ways that we can't fix this.
God.
And then I just like doubled down on it like an hour later. I'm just like, yeah, sat there like, you are a fucking failure.
We have not grown anything since you've been here. You have not lost any weight whatsoever.
Mate, that feels lovely.
Yep.
If you're struggling to feel your chest and it is not growing very well, one of the best things that you can do is a high rep isolation. So pec fly, you could do a dumbbell, you could do it with cuffs if you're really into that sort of kinky shit. And just by going through a lot of reps on a short and focused exercise, like most pec decks, you're going to get a lovely sensation. And when you take that into the rest of your exercises, it's going to help a lot when it comes to break.
Yeah, keep going. Come on.
Mine.
This is
Got
all
it.
yours. This is all yours. Go again. Come on.
It's moving. It's moving.
Go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. I think my girlfriend does better at a lot of things than I do, and one of those is drinking water.
Yeah,
Like,
she wants it bad enough.
She's on top of everything. I'm sat there, I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. Or it's like, I don't know, I get to an end of a session, right? And instead of doing, I don't know, let's call it 40 minutes of cardio, I'll do 30 and then chuck on that 10 at the end of a session where I was meant to do 20, let's say, right? So I'm still, across the week, I'm still doing it, but I'm like, I got 10 minutes, I'm like, I can do it somewhere else.
Yeah, it baffles me that people don't appreciate that enough with cardio. Like, when is it fucking practical to do?
Yeah. Oh, if I'm going to the gym in the morning and I need to get in work for a certain time, and I'm going to be rushing my cardio or doing less, I'll be like, I'll just do it when I can get around to doing it, not trying to stuff it all in and go sprinting for 20 minutes.
That's
pointless.
That's it. drop off, keep pushing. Nice. I swear people stress about like lining up with the axis so much on this.
On this,
And then,
yeah.
or just exercises in general. And it's like when you actually go through it, look how much my shoulder moves.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you're never going to get it bang on.
At which point are you lining up the axis?
I'm deliberately going like below it in the start, at least from what I can see, because it's then going to raise up and be a little bit above it.
Yeah. It's obviously different on different exercises. Like if you're doing a quad extension, your knee is not going to move really that much. It shouldn't move that much.
Not as much, no.
No.
Come on, finish it. Nice. All you. All you. Lovely. You're a nutcase.
That was criminal.
You deliberately put it down and then brought it back up again. That's fucking insane.
Yes.
Another thing that people will fuck up drastically is obviously lengthen training's a massive fucking craze,
Oh yeah.
but then people don't understand that this position here is not lengthened for the deadlift.
No.
Like it's over fucking here.
Yeah.
So you can't do that on this unless you fucking stick a block under there and then
And you
whack
properly
yourself
alter
off
it.
to one side,
Yeah.
and it's like
And it's the same with like length and partial
it's
as well. Whether trainer like you can train things in the lengthened position, but then you get like I was working in with this guy. He's like it just kind of started. Not saying I'm an expert, but he was like, oh yeah, I'm doing like lengthened partials and everything. I'm like, it's not really the point. You're getting like 3 reps and then doing like 20 lengthened partials. Like it doesn't quite work like that. Like you have to hit failure before you.
I hate it when it's when it's like the jerky partials when it's like
Yeah.
I'm like
it's
what
not.
the fuck are you doing, bro?
You might as well just pick it up and fucking rag it.
Just pick up heavy weight and put it back down.
Yeah, just move stuff. If you move stuff, mass moves mass.
Just get bigger.
It's getting bigger.
Just try harder.
You are simply not strong enough.
You know what, mate? This is my bar.
my bar, not your bar. How fucking dare you touch it?
My lateral raise doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
No, no.
My machine.
My race. Yeah. Sounds like those seagulls out of.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
And again, yep. Finish it. Oh. Very nice. I'm still yet to see somebody call my bar on a deadlift.
Really? I can't believe that. I feel like that's something you'd have to do.
You'd have to do it. There's a centre judge, right? Oh, is it powerlifting terms? Like you
okay.
have 2 side judges and like a centre judge. I can imagine the centre judge sat there just going, my bar. And then just this guy
Like,
struggling
he's
with his
calling
deadlift,
it.
just looking at him. What the fuck are you saying? I have seen it on Instagram though.
Oh.
I can't remember where it was. And this guy was deadlifting. He's like yay foot high, small. I think he's like a kid or something. And then some guy was literally hugging him from behind and deadlifting him like that. And he was like, oh, that's a great lift. I'm like, is it?
Mate, it's a
Is
bit
it?
gay in my opinion.
Honestly, I think that's kind of fruity. You know?
Sus.
I don't know what gym that is, but is it UK based? I want to know. I want to find out where that is.
Yeah. Like what we were saying a minute ago with the length and range, like it doesn't have to be fucking all on one exercise.
No.
Like we could do this, short and focused, fucking heaven forbid,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then go over to a lateral, set it up yay high, and then you've
And
got
do
a
the
length and biased exercise. I mean, a length and biased exercise is basically a length and partial. If you've got fucking no tension up there,
No.
because it's all dropped off,
You
it's
are doing
basically a
partially
length
part of
partial.
the movement.
You're just
Yeah.
tracking it by completing the rep. Ow. I can't believe you're on your phone for that whole set, mate. I really needed some encouragement
needed a
there.
spot.
I needed someone to like shout at
I needed just to yank this down.
Yeah.
I was looking at the
Do you
one
know what I
that
have
got.
tried the last 2 weeks? I saw Menno Henselmans put up a research study about how talking to yourself before a set improves performance. I genuinely did it, and because I was like, it was something that I didn't progress last week. I did it, and I actually progressed.
Really?
Mad.
You need like a. It's like a. Oh, come on.
I genuinely think they should study. Yeah, you got to have it Flip the other side round. Yeah.
Like that.
So the big bits round the thing. Yeah, that's it. And then it should sit right.
Makes sense. I talk to myself before a set anyway, but that's just got bored.
Man's just developing schizophrenia in the gym. I mean, to be fair, if you take enough tread.
If you take enough tread, you will do anything.
You definitely outlifted me on that one.
What?
How much did you get?
I don't know, I just went until it hurt.
I got like 11, so I'm pretty sure you beat me. Shameful.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like, not one thing I do, but definitely in the cutting phase, when it comes to like triceps and biceps and like rear delts, like typically I just go until I can't go, if that makes sense. Like you can get a real sense of how heavy it's gonna be through like one warm-up set on arms.
Yeah, I'll literally do 1 or 2 and like I'm
And
fine.
like, okay, that's either too light or too heavy. Find a middle ground and then go until you just can't go anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna reach failure at some point. You might reach failure at 30 plus reps.
Yeah, and a set of like 20 on arms is disgusting anyway.
Oh yeah.
I don't think enough people do that.
No. Well,
There
they do it if they get programmed it.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyone that checks in late, all 20 reppers this
All
week.
20 reps, yeah. I want rest pause 20 rep plus arms. Now.
I don't know if the camera will have picked it up, but like you were staying, as you were going through it, pretty much supinated the whole time.
Really?
And you see how I was coming to like neutral at the bottom. And again, that's one of the things that I swear people just like don't appreciate enough. Is just, if you do it and it feels good, you're probably fucking right.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people like, oh, you have to keep your arms static. And I'm like, I've tried it and it feels like shit. If I come like this, it drops off a bit more and it feels nice.
Or
So
like,
of course that's what I'm
like,
gonna do.
how wide you go as well, right? How wide do you go in comparison to here or to here? If you're moving at the elbow, you're going to be working your bicep. Because like some people like kind of really narrow like that. Some people can kind of come really wide like that. You're doing the same thing, but like that.
Have we spoke about carry angles before? So
Maybe,
if you stand there like that and just raise your arms up, like where do they naturally fall? So
Like
you
there.
have your arm out a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And then as you come up, raise up again. You see how it's like very much angled inwards. Like
Yeah.
without thinking about it too much, I do that. And it's fairly similar. But
Yeah.
there's people that will be like this, and there's some people that will be like that.
Yeah.
Well, the way you set up a curl is going to be vastly fucking different, isn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And again, come on. Yeah, squeeze, squeeze. Yes, yes, finish that, finish that. Yes, strong. Nice.
Ow. No session is complete without some post-workout posing. So watch Bailey go through a couple of rounds and he is looking incredible. He's about 7 kilos down now from our highest body weight. So we've ran an initial priming phase, stripping off about 8 kilos. He's looking far, far better at the same body weight, but obviously a year on. And then he's gone through a push-up, and this is our second fat loss phase, and he's almost at the point where he's ready to grow again. At this point, I am about 17 pounds down, aiming for 30 or so before I get ready for the photo shoot, which is going to be in another couple of months. Really happy with how the lower back and the midsection is coming in. The goal is to be lean, but not so lean that it then takes away from my overall package next year in terms of the amount of muscle mass that I'm able to put on between now and then. I feel like my post-workout is definitely better with the water. I've been getting so much smoke for that recently, mate. Everyone gets outraged.
See, this
I
is
don't
how
think it's that bad.
this is how I described it to Luke. If you're having whey, cereal, and water, that makes sense because you mix your whey with water typically anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think you need to
if you're-
shake
if you're-
it in a shaker.
No, it's just I think it's just lumps. If people, it's the lumps that people.
You just
get
do
over.
this. You just fucking stir it, and then it's fine. Weird. That.
Soggy cereal.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, we are here at Gritness Gym. Fucking awful. What did you think of the gym now that you've done upper there then? Because you've done legs loads
Much
before.
better, much better. Every time I've done legs there, I've come away battered and just broken. And I have done today with chest, but I can feel
Do you know
like
why,
I
mate?
can.
You didn't graft hard enough?
I didn't graft hard. That's it. I shouldn't have gone to graftism. I should have just gone to a commercial gym and just slummed it with everybody else. But no, it was good. I got a decent pump. Tried to match Luke on everything. Ruined it on the hammer strength. That killed me.
Yeah, we definitely messed
Bang.
that up. Because obviously we got no audio on the first lot of clips because I didn't turn the receiver on. It's weird how that works. It's almost like that's what fucking receives the audio from the microphones, which is great. And then I somehow thought that a row was a chest press. I mean, to be fair, it's the prime one. So basically they just move the fucking handles and it is the same.
It looks the
machine,
same.
to be fair.
It does
So then
look
we
the
ended up doing a very short and focused exercise second, and obviously that meant that the rest of the session hypertrophy was nil. No
Yeah.
hypertrophy.
No, just it was pointless actually. We should have just gone in, done some cardio, and then gone home.
Yeah.
And called it the session there. Because now we're not going to recover either.
No.
Not going to recover. Not going to
Fucked it.
build strength. But
Yeah, this was actually supposed to be a rest day, so we're all fucked. So fucked, mate.
to be fair, for me
Ruined.
it normally is actually.
Why is there a yellow bit of cereal? That's weird.
But yeah, no, the session was good. I think it's a better gym for upper than it is for lower, personally.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Maybe that's because I'm
You could do a
shit at
decent
lower.
lower session here for sure.
Oh yeah, it definitely could. Like there is some nice pieces. I like the hip press they've got in there. That's very nice. But I have crap legs, so every lower session I do at any gym is going to be worse than the upper.
Well, we'll just blow them up like we did with the chest block, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to be walking around with tree trunks.
It's weird how it doesn't capture it. Like we were looking at it in the mirror, and it's not got like the. This is going to sound gay as fuck. Pervy coach here, jeez. It's not got like the thickness of the chest when you look at it in the picture, but like in person, you're like, oh yeah, that's clearly worked.
Yeah, like it's very different, and I think Apple needs to get sued for that because apparently I've made no gains according to my camera.
Yeah. Definitely sue Apple. Not anything to do with like exploiting children in Congo for
No.
minerals.
Oh, of
It's
course
because
not.
you don't look very good in your
Of
pictures.
course not. Tax evasion and all that jazz.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. Ruin my gains.
Right. So yeah, we're a couple of weeks towards the end of the diet phase, and then continue the blow up.
It's going to get big as possible.
The plan of action is to just get him really fat.
Yeah, I want to be walking around 90 kilos plus.
Ideally, like beyond peak powerlifting levels.
Oh, way beyond. I wanna have love handles that could open a door. They need to be hanging off me. But no, I do want to get bigger again. Don't get me wrong, I don't think this cutting phase is exactly difficult in comparison to say the longer one because it's much shorter, but there's things that we've done now. I started in a completely different composition. I started last time I was fat. Whereas this time I started, I wasn't fat. So it makes it
Weird how that works.
it makes it a little bit harder.
Just to clarify, he wasn't fat the first
I
time because of
wasn't
me.
fat. No.
That was
That was me.
blame powerlifting.
That was my lack of discipline and routine. I was a bum. I wasn't actually. I just
Every time it would
Ate
get
what I
difficult,
wanted.
he just didn't have the grit to put through it.
I didn't have the graftism.
Didn't graft hard enough.
It's
Failed, mate.
yeah, it was very different lifestyle choice when I was powerlifting. I was just teabagging everything. Training, loved it. Everything else outside of it, all your variables, sacked it in. Monsters at like 5 o'clock. I had a great sleep last night, waking up feeling like I was shot. But yeah, I definitely made some changes since then.
When you were at that point, then what was it that made you think like fucking hell, I'm gonna sign up with this Luke cunt? Because he is definitely a cunt.
To be honest, he just kept messaging me, and I was like, I've got to give him something soon before he fucking annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah. Just
no,
keep pestering you.
It was.
Do you want to pay me money? Yeah.
Just pay me money. Yeah, just pay me money.
And
I
then
know,
give
to
you
be
the
honest.
same plan as everyone else.
Yeah, I only want cookie cutter exercises and plans. Like, I don't actually want any personalization whatsoever. I want somebody who's like, I don't know, got lacking delts or whatever, and I want the exact same as them.
Yeah.
I don't think, what was it actually as a banger?
I don't know
There's a
what
guy.
it is.
No, I don't know either. But there was a guy listening to Nines. Now that's a good artist choice. I know. I just think it seemed comfortable in a sense that we could get from A to B without it having to be like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, and I've never really say I've done hypertrophy training properly. I never did. I tried, and I fucked it up.
You're going through powerlifting, you do your fucking 8-week hypertrophy block,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna be way stronger, right?
And
That's how it works.
And to be fair,
And then obviously the
just
whole
sucked at
time that you're
lifting.
powerlifting, apart from that, when you're doing a strength block, you only build strength, you don't build
Only
any
build
muscle.
strength. No.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
But then
You shouldn't be getting stronger.
that's probably because I teabagged my accessory work as well. But I think as well, as I said, it's like a lifestyle change.
Yeah, it's weird that with
It's so different.
because I see that with so many powerlifters where they'll be like fucking hyper analyzing their compound lifts, and then they'll do like 5 accessories in like half an hour and just blast for it. And then the other one is when they've got like an AMRAP set, and I'm like, you literally had like 15 more reps there. I've got a theory, right, where if anyone specifies like, you know, this is an AMRAP set, or I'm gonna get as many reps as I can to failure, or I'm gonna do like 3 sets of 12 to failure. I'm like, so you don't actually train hard then. Like, if you have to, it should just be an assumption that you train hard.
Yeah.
But obviously people don't do that.
I was a failed powerlifter. I came like 5th out of 6th at nationals, and I think I came.
I mean, that's at nationals. That's not bad, mate.
Yeah, but I think I came 5th because the 6th guy bombed out. Not because I beat him. He just fucked up one of his lifts, and I got like the participation medal. I came away with a less total than I did in my qualifier, but that was my own fault. I seriously fucked up my squat. But hey, live and you learn. I enjoyed it, but now I'm on.
You should have
a
just
different
taken more
path.
gear.
I should have taken more gear. I wish. If I'd taken more gear, I would have lost more of my hair by now than I already have.
Sam's
One
been
day.
telling me that he's been pinning you with Trent, and that you're a fake natty.
No.
That's the only reason that any of my clients grow, is that I just give them drugs. Most
Yeah,
of
I
the time.
literally.
Especially the females.
It's got
Like,
no-
immediately 2 grams of Tren.
It's got nothing to do with hard work or habits or nothing like. Honestly, if you take gear, you're just automatically just gonna get bigger. Like, don't worry about what you eat or what your sleep's like, your recovery. Sack it off.
There we go, mate. I think we've
take
solved
my theory.
bodybuilding.
We solved bodybuilding. Yeah. I want to get big, do nothing but pin.
Absolutely. And that is what we're going to leave you on. I feel like that is a pertinent note to end the video.
Personal. No.
And then I'm just going to walk forward and use this as the thumbnail where I look bigger.
Oh, I can't do that. My arm hurts.
What have you done?
I pulled a